Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to let everybody finish getting their Chick-fil-A and coffee. And come on in. So come on in, we'll get started. How's it? Holly, no coming?
He had no idea.
We're starting a couple of minutes late this morning. I apologize. Will, we just got too many things going on and everybody's talking and having a good time, but thank you for joining us.
Oh,
People still walking in.
oh, yeah, it was like 5 or 6 people.
There's Clarissa.
Yeah.
Good morning.
What's up?
Everybody come on in.
I can't do man stuff. No.
Some mornings I zip here like no problem.
So I think we're going to start starting the meetings at 9:30.
It's everybody get, yeah.
Everybody gets here at.
Just, hey, we're only 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes. late, right?
But you know how I am, I'm a stickler for time. I'm a stickler for time. Everybody's showing up at one time. That's great. That's awesome. That's great. All right, everybody grab your food. Come on in. Let's go ahead and get started. So this morning,
We're gonna kill y'all. Get in.
so here we are in the middle of October, and we are getting closer to the holidays, and I wanted to remind you all about one of the core values that we live by. We believe faith and family should come first, and the pleasure of kids to be savored. We will always create margin for both. We want to serve our clients, we also want to serve our families well. We encourage margin and time off for our team members. We want them to have a healthy work-life balance. Hope is to see our team thrive personally. I think that this is an important one to keep in mind. We'd love to hear it one or two more times as we get closer to the holidays. Take some time away from the shop. Enjoy the family time. As a guy that has a 20-year-old son at this point, we don't see him enough, and I wish that I could see him more. So I encourage you to spend some time with your kids. I think that it is important. This morning, Sparkles Belt from Capital Title and Chris Baka, that do good. Who is an attorney, have come to join us. They brought us breakfast, so thank y'all for bringing breakfast. Number one. And the floor is yours. Let me switch over and present your presentation so that you can talk about your grand opening today.
Bear with me, I made these slides this morning, so like an hour ago, but no, it's good. Hi, I'm Sparkles Bell. I'm with Capital Title. I'm the business development rep for our Weatherford office. Hello, Parker County. Yes. This is Chris Baka. He is our client services consultant. He's one of our attorneys. Y'all, he's the one you call when you have all your crazy questions. He is responsive. He answers your call. He gives you all of the advice and the rules and the regulations and things that you don't know what to do with. So he's really great. So feel free to use him. What's your biggest thing that you've been seeing people calling you about?
Well, lately, terminations or this money disputes, just because there's a lot of, busting contracts. Buyers are really finicky right now. So they go under contract and then the wind blows in a different direction. They want out. So yeah, and then, dispute, earnest money. That's a really big one. Short sales, they starting to, creep back up. Starting to see that. Seller financing, a lot of questions about seller financing. I have a lot of opinions on that. So if you want, not very good opinions, but yeah, seller finance, a lot of seller financing, really investor questions, contracts, everything that normal, like a normal healthy market, like we don't really see a lot. So this is kind of indicative of where we're at right now.
It's a weird market.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's been a weird market. Yeah. It's probably going to remain a weird market for a while.
So you want to talk about your grand opening today?
Yes. So today is our grand opening. So at 4 to 6 p.m. today at our brand new Weatherford office. We've been open in Parker County for 1.5 years with Capital Title, but we just moved into our final location 6 months ago. And y'all, as pretty as y'all have your stuff, y'all would love our office. It's pretty cool. So please come out. We're going to have the Zach Web Band. We're going to have Tailgaters Barbecue. We're going to have some really cool giveaways, discounts to all the shops on York Street in front of our office. It's going to be a really, custom branded leather koozies with your initials on them. So cool. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So hopefully you guys get to come out and meet our escrow officer and get to know the area if you're not already over there, but we'd love to have you guys. A couple quick things about Capital Title. Bill Shattuck, he's the owner, and he's got the Shattuck Company's umbrella of a whole bunch of different companies underneath his name. So we've got a legal side, we've got FNX 1031 exchange programs, we've got commercial, we've got residential, we've got Shattuck Homes Builders, which are also luxury and very pretty. I mean, it's a whole slew of, Cambridge Insurance, we've got Woolven Mortgage. There's just a lot of different options if you're not happy with what you've got. Give me a call. We've got a whole bunch of things to choose from. We have lots of awards. That's an old slide, and we're the largest independently owned title company in the US. We're also the #1 title company in DFW and in Houston. So that's cool. My favorite thing about Capital is that we have so many offices and we're still independently owned. So it's just us. It's our relationship. It's our customer service. It's my escrow officer to you and your clients. But if you don't want to close in Fort Worth because they're moving to Tyler and they want to be in their new house, we have offices in Tyler. We have offices all over the US. We're in 9 different states, like 70 different counties in Texas. And if we have an office there, we pretty much have a plant, which makes title work in-house and easy and fast. We have our own underwriters who can push things through a lot faster. It's a really smooth, well-oiled machine. And again, it's just me and you and our escrow officer building that relationship, making sure your clients have what they need. We have a whole bunch of marketing materials. So I know y'all have really good with branding and visuals on socials, but if there's something you don't have content for that you can't think of, let me know and I can shoot you our links, and you can even copy and paste and put it in your own branding colors if that works. But that way you have the content you need. We have an app. Do y'all use a closing cost app?
Yes.
Which one do y'all use? Yes, you do. Cap App 1, we run it under Palm Agent, but we have our name on it. So I've learned that even though other title companies use Palm Agent, I guess we pay for more features. I didn't know that was a thing until I was talking about it and showing somebody how to use the app, but I'm happy to show you all of the things on the app. There's social media. Again, you can just copy and paste the content from there if you want it in your own branding colors. You can change the branding colors on the app. You copy and paste it and it just posts for you straight from the app. It's got pre-made captions. It's got filters for just listed pictures, open house flyers. You can plug in details. And all you need to do is put in the address and it will pull up the information from MLS for you. So you don't even have to like go copy and paste the descriptions or anything like that. It's all right there in the app. Easy peasy. Yes, ma'am.
I have the Palm Agent app, but I just logged in and did it myself. So I want your rich and enhanced features. How do I connect to you?
So I will make you guys text me just a minute. What is that?
Coming over here. I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
What is that noise?
Who did it? I did.
Hey,
Just like
you know,
over there.
What?
It's fun.
What?
Here. It's like,
Hey, basically, we have 30 years. Leave me alone.
It was a really high frequency.
High frequency? No, I have no.
No, you're good. These are just a couple examples of some of the marketing materials, but as far as connecting, so I can sit down and show you guys how to use the app more, do me a favor and shoot me a text right now. I'll give you my phone number.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, I'm slow.
Is it this number? It's 467-422?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put that up on the screen. I'll put her number up there real quick, just so y'all can see it. There we go. Her number's right
Okay,
there.
here's my number, 469. I named my bugs too. 0767 469 422 0767. You just text me your first and last name. That way I can send you the link to the app and we can also set up a one-on-one with coffee or whatever you guys want.
You're a 469, 422. How you do?
You are? I didn't know that. That's funny.
You want to show your just sold postcards?
Yes, one of the benefits of closing with Capital Title is every single time you close with us, we split the cost of 100 just sold postcards. So it's only $65 for you, and they're labeled, they're sent, postage, stamps paid for, and everything. The company works with you on the design and the images and the descriptions and your logo and whatnot. And then you give them an address list, or they can pull one for you of the neighborhood, and then they send it, and then they just send you an invoice, and it's gone.
That's cool.
Mhm. And if you wanted to save up every time you close with us, you don't have to use it. You can like save it up. Oh, I closed with you 3 times. Cool. Now you have 300 cards.
Yeah, okay.
So just kind of per sitch. There's a lot of cool benefits about closing with Capital, so we would love the chance to work with you guys. I know you guys have a lot on your plates, and hopefully we'll see you at the party.
Can I just speak? I used to work for Bill, way back when in 2003. So I used to work for Capital Title, and they're amazing. I still close with sometimes with their South Lake office because they're amazing.
Y'all already have a lot of stress on your plates, showing houses, making sure they have the inspection reports done and all that stuff. We want to make it smooth for you. So as I said, it's a well-oiled machine. We have as many people in place as we can so that there's other people to handle the situations for you. So whatever you guys need, let me know. I'm Sparkles. This is Chris. We're happy to help, and hopefully we'll see you tonight.
On the hats.
Yeah, I'm in a hat bar, so.
Yeah, sure about that.
And we probably will have Chris come back. He's volunteered to come back and teach on the new contract stuff that's coming up in January. So maybe the first couple of weeks of January, I'll get with Sparkles and Chris and get them in here to do some training here in office. So we're going to be up, you guys know we're going to be up on the contract before it changes. But it's always great to have that attorney tell you, this is what it really is.
Yeah.
As opposed
yeah.
to just the broker.
Explain that legal jargon stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again for coming.
Yes,
We appreciate you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks for breakfast. Nice to meet you. So take care, guys. And we're going to have a visit now with the lovely Golden LB Staats. Staats? Is it number two?
It's all today.
Right?
Well,
Do you say Stats?
it's the Oklahoma Staats.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I wish I was that fancy.
Oh, here,
You all think it's Staats?
that gets you right.
Well, the extra A, right?
Don't let it.
Get out. Okay, sorry. Thank you. The internet.
The internet.
Don't make me say in front of anything else. Just kidding. Okay.
We're gonna,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do today. We're talking a little bit about something that we do here, but also when I'm talking about it like the broader sense, right? So what I want to talk to you all about is furniture and styling and what we call like largely soft goods. So like when we're thinking about what we're doing as a company, for what the bulk of what we do is what I call hard goods. So like fixed things, right? Light fixtures, tile, plumbing fixtures, countertops. There's that element, and then we call those hard goods, and then there's also soft goods. So we're talking about furnishings, window treatments, that kind of thing. So that is an element of what we do, although it's not the bulk of this. And I kind of want to talk to all of you about what it looks like for you to, what we do, but also like what other companies do, so that you know maybe when you guys feel a little more empowered when your clients are potentially talking about hiring somebody to do that, like another design firm or decorator or whatever it looks like, you guys maybe have a little bit of knowledge and can help your clients with what that might look like. Sound good?
Good.
Okay, so we divide ours into a couple of different things. So I feel like Kill and I have talked to you guys a lot about what we do from a construction standpoint. From a soft goods standpoint, there are a couple of different things we offer. Space planning, so planning like furniture layout, basically. Design, so then picking out those things. What does the sofa look like? Ordering that sofa. Okay, well, we'll order that sofa for you from like one of our vendors, I guess. Installing it. Okay, now I'm going to receive that sofa. I'm going to do a quality check on it, and then I'm going to have it delivered to your house. I'm going to place it in the room, which would be styling, and then window treatments. That feels pretty obvious. Yeah, which way? Beautiful. Okay, so space planning looks a lot like what our construction plan sets do. When we do this, we treat it almost the same as when we're doing like a floor plan, like we're moving walls or doing a kitchen, right? So you can see here, this is an example of a real one we've done. One of our designers, Amy, she went and scanned this house up, and then she planned out the furniture. She did just like we do for construction. She gave them options. So this is the option they selected, but there was probably a time where it looked like maybe 2 chairs and a sofa without a chase. Maybe a different round coffee table. Maybe we didn't do an action chair here. Maybe she had a buffet. Maybe this feels like a round table, the only option here, but maybe there was an option she gave them with an oval table or square table, right? So we go through options, and that's really cool. Now what I like about this is it's hard to stand here, but I know Brian will send that to you. This is fully dimensioned into scale. So they could print this out to scale. It would says the scale right here. You could take a ruler to it or a tape measure, and you could play around with it yourself. Like a lot of times people like cut out their own like furniture and stuff and like play around with it. That's kind of cool. And also its dimensions. You see these little lines right here going through the space are actual dimensions. So it's very clear like what the sizing is here. In my opinion, this is better than what a lot of other design firms do, because what they do looks more like this. So like this looks good, but you'll notice that a lot of times it's just this. So it's not on a set, right? There is no scale. It surely is to scale. I'm sure they had to measure it to accomplish this, but they don't communicate that to you. They're just missing like a screenshot, like a PDF of that. Or a lot of times they just call out like the size of the room. Like there'll be this bedroom right here and it'll be like, or this living room right here and it'll be like 17 by 12. Okay, well then you're having to do a lot more work as a client or maybe your agent to figure out like what is the size of that rug though? Like what does a 7 by 10 rug look like? What does an 8 by 10 rug look like in this space? And so there's a lot, like this is just doesn't feel as professional. So I would say, and I'm going to talk about what you should ask for, but like if you're working your client and they're wanting to hire somebody to do space planning, it's like, well, what does my deliverable look like? Usually showing you like what does the product look like that my client's going to get is one of the big questions you can ask. From an interior design standpoint. So again, to scale, I think that's really great. And then also having lots of good adequate dimensions on there so that your clients don't have to do as much work. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. This looks like it might be good. This feels helpful, but this is really what's better. Dimensions, scale drawings. Okay. Okay, so oops, I went the wrong way. Okay. From a design standpoint, again, so different projects here. Again, we also do options for design. So these are two different concepts for a living room. It looks like we're talking about doing, she did different colors. We have blues, we have neutrals, we have different lamps, we have different rugs. So she kind of presented two different options to this client and they can pick and choose. Sometimes we're able to merge options together. Sometimes they're like option one, that's it. We got obviously detailed down to like plants and pillows and accessorizing and whatnot. We see some cool art. Looks like maybe they're going to go hunting together for a gallery wall. So again, what does this look like from an option standpoint if you're going to hire a designer? What does that look like to them? How many options do they get? What if you don't like any of those options? What are those next steps? These are really good questions, I would say, to ask somebody if you like for your client. Like they're going to hire a designer, like how many options do I get? What if I don't like those options? What are our next steps? We have multiple revisions built into our process, so we always start with options. Usually something, this one, or like a merge of the two gets it done. But what if not? What are the next steps? We can do this whole meeting again with our clients to see what we do in house. If they don't like this and we just really like screw the pooch, do it all over again. So. Okay, so what's really cool, the final deliverable from us, from a designer, and what I think should be the deliverable from any design firm is going to be a finish schedule and finalized board. So you see here, she's labeled everything. What is it? This is the shop, the sofa, this is this chair. She's actually called out on this one which product, like what brand it's from. And this is kind of helpful, but what's really helpful is this. You'll notice, here's that same sofa. It's from Potty Barn. This is so small, I'm so sorry, but she could like zoom in. What is it? Where is it from? What sectional is it? An image of the thing that she's proposed on buying. This says there's going to be like SKU numbers, quantities, what is the finish like on that sofa, and then a link to it. This is so cool because if your client, this is where we part ways about our clients. Your clients just bought a house. They just put 20% down, maybe if they're smart. Now they don't have any money. So they want to plan well for their space because they need to build that house. Yeah, they're going to buy part of it. Right, not the rest of it. But anyway, they want to plan well for their space. They want to have a really good plan, but they don't have the funds to do that yet. We can plan for the space, and then as they earn more money over the next year or two, they can use this as a buying guide to purchase these items themselves. This is so great. This is actually usually a PDF that's also hyperlinked, so they can like click on that sofa and it will take them to this exact same link. It's a really incredible deliverable. And she did this for a living room, but we can do this for a whole house. We can do it for just a single room, like whatever that looks like. Again, I would ask her if you're going to hire a designer, what do they get in a day? Like a lot of times interior designers want to be the ones ordering those products for you because they make money on that. And we have that element as well. But again, what does this look like? Can I order these things that you're showing me on my own later?
That was my question.
Yeah.
How does that benefit you?
Because we charge a flat fee for that. So I'll go, so if we go, oh, it's fast. So we charge a flat fee for these services. We say, great, we have these rooms. It's going to cost us this much for our time and effort to put these concepts and this finish schedule and the design part together for you.
What is the ballpark of that?
I usually do like 500 to 800 a room, depending on like what it
It's
is.
just good to know so we can,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
if-
absolutely.
That way they have to.
It depends on like the size of the room, right?
Alright.
Is it a living room that's the size of this whole space, or is it like just a smaller living room, you know? I do believe this one, oops, oh God, who's that? Okay, we did their primary, 1, 2, 3, 4, I charged this person $2,000. They did space planning and they did selections, although these are not their selections.
You need me to operate that?
No, I can do it, I can do it. So like 500 rooms, and I charge that person.
How many hours of work did you spend that?
I didn't do it, I don't totally know how much she did actually.
Amy did it?
Amy did it, yeah. Amy actually did both these. Okay, I think, and then, let's see. Okay, so this, so $2,000 is what she did for 4 rooms, and they got 4 rooms of this and 4 rooms of this. Oh, this is a different one.
But then if you did the ordering, you would charge more than.
So if we do the ordering, yeah, we can go back to that in this. Oh, I get really technical here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Arrows. Okay. If we do the ordering, we do that cost plus. Now, a lot of other design firms do differently, and that's a really great question to ask them. It is easier from us from a booking standpoint to be like, I ordered all this and I added 20% to the top of it. Whether it's from Pottery Barn or a wholesale company that we order from, or Amazon, we add 20% to it. And that's kind of like for our time and efforts. A lot of times other designers are ordering stuff from places they get wholesale markup at, and they are marking that up arbitrarily. I have worked at a design firm where we were willy-nilly marking it up wherever we thought we could make the most money. There was no set scale. We were doubling some things. Maybe we were marking up stuff a little bit. Sometimes we couldn't even remember how much we paid for something. And we're like, we'll just charge them that for that pot on their shelf. That's how a lot of design firms operate, and to be totally honest. We can't do it like that. Rachel would murder all of us. And so we just buy things, and then everything that we purchase, we add a markup to it. And it's 20%. So that's a great question to ask, though, other design firms. It's like, how am I going to be billed for this? How often do you bill me? Do you bill it when it comes in? Do you bill it monthly? How are you marking things up? We use this word called keystone, actually, where if we got something wholesale, we were marking it up 2.25%. Like $5,100, it was $225 when it sat at my client's house. Yeah. Yes, it was very lucrative. Okay, so design, let's go back now. We're going to, okay, anyways, I'm just trying to show you how this correlates. This is such a cool thing, such a cool service that we offer, and lots of other design firms offer something similar. So you can see how these all correlate. Same thing here. Here's this thing, here's this floor plan, and like here's a pot. There's a sofa. Anyway, see how this relates? Oh, you can see this is zoomed in. So you can see these dimensions, which is great. They're labeled. Oh, that she went as far as to like do plotted plans. That's cute. It's like they have a record cabinet or something. Clients had a piece. Okay, keep going. Okay. And then sometimes our clients, they're like, I'm going out of town for the summer and I want to pay you guys to order everything in. I want to pay you guys to put it in the house, store it for me, put it on the house, HGTV style, and then I want you to style it. And so we can do that too, although that costs a lot more money because now they've paid us a fee to do space planning, they've paid me a fee to do design. Now I'm ordering everything, so everything I'm ordering for them, I'm marking up whether or not it's retail or wholesale. And then I'm installing it, which I'm now charging them a fee to actually receive the item, quality check it, and then bring it to their house and install it, usually with a group of guys, movers, right? And I'm unboxing it, I'm putting together beds, I'm like installing sofas, I'm rolling out rugs, I'm ironing bedding sometimes, like whatever that looks like, we can do it. We just start charging an hourly rate at that point. So a lot of design firms also operate like that. And when we're on site, like doing things, okay, now my body's here, now I'm going to charge you an hourly rate. They might be doing that as well for like the fees that we charge a flat fee for. They charge you hourly, but that can get kind of out of hand. Hours can start all of a sudden, it's like, whoa. And then styling, okay, that's like putting tchotch on shelves, right? Placing the rug, styling, accessorizing a coffee table. All that we do charge by an hourly fee. Let's go back to this. Okay. So here were some options for somebody, and like then here it is like actually installed. You can see that like they took things from both options, and then even then like looks like we went rogue on the lamps, right? We have a different lamp here, but you can see here's the art that was spec'd, here's the bed. Here they picked that rug and let those side tables. So concept to reality. Obviously, I ironed that, I'll admit it. Okay, and then finally window treatments, that's kind of the like last piece of the puzzle that we also do. We do these cost plus as well. So whatever the cost is of the curtain, we add a markup to it. I would also say that this is less than probably what other people are doing industry-wide, because I can guarantee you they're doubling it. They're marking up the cost of the fabric. They're marking up that hardware. And you guys don't know. Most designers just do that kind of arbitrarily. They don't do the fixed cost like we do. And so I feel like, again, sometimes like we're giving the service away. But it just, we usually do this actually a lot of times with a capstone on a construction job, not necessarily on a furniture and soft goods styling job. And so window treatments, we internally really only do like Roman shades, like custom drapery. We're not like plantation shutter, like don't call me about mini blinds. Or 2-inch blinds for that matter. Like there's somebody else I think like a handyman can go to Home Depot do that for you. But if you're looking for something custom, you're looking for something a little more elevated, definitely draperies. We would love to help you with that. But there's also like a lot of like stores out there that like there's people out there that just specialize in window treatments, and they can do like an element of custom, and then they can also do like the blinds and plantation shutters for you. A lot of times those are people in isolation though, like they are just window treatment people, right? Got you covered. Like the window treatment people, they're not just necessarily interior designers. So I feel like how that industry is set up a little bit. Okay, any questions? Okay, oh, here's some here. Oh, look at me go. Okay, if your clients are thinking about hiring a designer, here's some relevant questions to ask them. I feel like I touched on all these, but here they are summarized. I'll read them out loud. Okay, what do your services include? What are the final goods, aka the deliverables? Like what is your client buying? What does that look like? There should be something that they get at the end. What does that look like? Give me an example. I've had like actual clients, Patty made a referral that was a trade pants person, but they asked us that question. They're like, what are we getting? And I was like, great, let me show you. And I could send them examples of what we've done. How are your clients billed? Again, of all these services that I just showed you, we do them all a little differently. And so that's a great question. How are you going to be doing it? What does it look like? Okay, will your clients be shown options they can purchase on their own, or do they need to purchase items through you? Again, a lot of design firms, that's where they make their money, by selling you goods. So how does that work? And then who's gonna be working on their project? Design firms. A lot of times it's just like a person, you know, I'll be Staats design company, whatever, and maybe I have an assistant. Sometimes it's like a firm. There's like these cool like girl gangs running around town. There's like 5 girls at a design firm. Who are you working with? Like maybe you come because you're trying to hire LB Staats, but like it's actually Amy or Kayla or Lee. Like this is kind of how we are here. There's several of us on the team that work together. It's Crystal. Okay, what is a meeting cadence? We have really strict meeting cadence that I don't necessarily need to go over with right now. It's not relevant, but we have a process. We have a clear process that we like to follow. We don't have to deviate from it. It works. Not everybody has that. So I would say that's a great clarifying question is like, how many meetings are we going to have to accomplish this goal? For me to get my deliverables, how many times do we have to meet in person? Are you going to come to my house and measure? That kind of thing. Let's see, what does the realistic timeline for the services provided look like? Again, we have a strict meeting cadence, so I can like kind of tell our clients, this is going to take this amount of time. So be prepared to do that. We live in an Amazon world. People are like, well, why can't we just figure everything out really quickly and not order it online? These things take time. They take a little bit of planning, a little bit of development to source all of this. So how long is that going to take? How many meetings are we going to have? And like this together. And then what is the preferred method of communication between clients and designers? What hours of observation do you observe? I forgot that's there. We're pretty strict about that. Our design team does like 9 to 5. Of course, I work night all the time, but I'm not texting my clients at night. That's not how a lot of interior design firms work. Most interior design firms usually observe kind of a more traditional like 8 to 6, I would say, time frame. But it is a very personal thing that we do, just like what you guys do is really personal. I know you guys are all like probably texting, calling your clients at not 9 to 5. Most design firms are, and most of them want to email because that's how they're able to keep track of things best. There's a lot of moving logistical parts that go into this, and it's really helpful to have all that streamlined. So intern, we really like to email, but I know just because I have lots of friends that do this, that are interior designers, they like to email too. But that's a really good question. Like, because if your client's like, I can't email, all I can do is text, because maybe you guys aren't a good fit. What does that look like? So just finding the right design firm that's a good fit for your clients is important too, and communication styles could be a really big piece of that. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Nope. Yay!
Thank you, Lauren.
Really good.
You just threw it.
I did. I actually chucked it at you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Okay, bye.
Appreciate Lauren coming by. You guys all have her number. Slack her if you need her. She loves emails the best.
Email me.
Emails the best. All right. Okay, so let's hit headlines. So next week we are doing the Halloween costume contest. and brunch. We will have a bubbly, blood orange drink, champagne, orange juice, kind of mimosa. Because you drink like me. It's okay. Then
Oh my gosh.
we're gonna have tacos, I believe, from Jimmy.
He's not there.
What do we say? Tacos coming? Okay. Oh, salsa limon. So what tacos and stuff, it is dress up. If you come and you don't dress up, Jimmy has a box of costumes and you will be dressed up. So,
I used to bring Everly. She used to be the costume.
Oh, really?
I did. When she was really little.
so please come next Wednesday. There will be no meeting, no market update. We're just gonna have fun and have some social time together. Show up about 9:45, stay here till about 11:30, 12 o'clock is what the plan is. Today, I'm going to hit Small Steps Big Results 5, which is the social proof engine. Over the last 4 weeks, we've built a foundation. We're going to solidify that foundation as we move into the other parts of this program. So that'll be next week. We're going to do video and short form market minute. I'm going to give you some really good hints and clues of how to do that. I want to put this back up there. The Christmas extravaganza and the Christmas party are December 6th and 7th. I know that seems like a long ways away, but it ain't. So we're getting really close. I think we're 6 weeks away from that, 7 weeks away from that. So there'll be more information coming on that. Taja and Holly will be.
If you
Streamline.
have a vendor that you would like to use, and you think would want to contribute, we usually ask them like $250. I don't think anybody needs to contribute any more of that because the budget for this is smaller. But we kind of use our vendors up, honestly, like again and again and again, and we just don't want to wear everybody out. So if you have an inspector or, I think, who do we have? We have a title company and we have a lender, but we haven't really reached out to anybody else. So if you have somebody, a roofer or inspector.
Why don't you send out a Slack thread? Let's do it that way.
Yeah.
Who needs signs? If you've got a sign, I've got your one order on your own list. I'm going to order this afternoon. So if you have got some of our loaners, you need to buy your own if you can. If we get enough people, it'll be about $185. That includes the frame, custom rider, and the 6 Ave panel that will go with you. I know a lot of you ladies use your own private stuff, and that's totally fine. But everybody else, if you don't have 6 Ave signs, now would be a good time because we're going to try to. I've got to place the order today so we can get these in. Okay, this is new to MLS. Helpful update landed in the Matrix and MLS Touch. If your buyer was unrepresented at closing, enter 88888888 as the buyer agent ID. This is going to help people how they do their cataloging. So used to it say non-MLS. So now they just want you to put in 88s. As the buyer agent ID. That way it shows up that way. And you'll find airport is a business type option for commercial listings. And there's the new showing services field in MLS Touch, which is the app that goes along with One Home. If you don't have MLS Touch, it's a cool little app. Some of my clients like it. Revenue system rollout. So we've been saying this is coming. So Jimmy has his license expiring December the 31st. You need to get it done early, and I'm not playing. If your license expires October, November, December, you must do this as soon as possible. You're within the window, but they're going to shut it down for 8 days, December the 2nd to the 10th. The realm system is what's going to be called. It's going totally down. So it'll be offline for 8 days while they get it up. Now, you know Trek, like I know Trek, that 8 days is probably going to turn into 12 to 15. So if you're renewing in December and you don't get it done by the 1st of December, it could be a problem. So here's what's going on in the industry. The real estate sector is now one of the top performers among S&P 500 industries, climbing as low rates and economic optimism shift investor focus back to property assets. If you've got listings, you're getting a lot of investor offers well below list price. And you're just telling them, no, thank you. I'm not doing seller financing. No, we're not doing subject to. It's totally normal. I'm getting 5 of those a week on each listing. Inventory levels are rising nationally, giving buyers more options. One report showing the mid-October window is potentially the best time to buy in more than 5 years. Multifamily, industrial, and data center real estate remaining resilient, seeing strong fundamentals, especially markets like DFW, signaling strength in non-single family segments. The industry is getting a boost from broader market strength and improved buyer conditions. Diversified property sectors creating strong opportunities for agents this fall. So these are the market stats from this week. Starts and permits dipped, but single family completions rose 7% from July, and they're 6% year over year as builders are finishing their existing projects. If you're not aware, all the builders' fiscal year end is November 30. So all of those incentives you're seeing from the builders right now, they will go away at the end of November. They want everybody to close by the end of November. They're not running those specials into December. Even December the 1st, they're not running them. So that's something to keep in mind. Future sales expectations jumped 9 points, showing most builders are optimistic about upcoming demand. Mortgage activity, purchase rate locks climbed 6% month over month and 9% year over year, with affordability at its best level in nearly 3 years. Easy takeaway, builders and buyers are both showing confidence. Completions are up, optimism is rising, affordability is giving the market new energy. We just need the buyers to start buying. If you've got listings, you know what I'm talking about. Stock market's bounced back strongly. All 3 major indices posting strong weekly gains. 85% of the quarter of Q3 companies beat expectations, keeping investor confidence high despite missing economic data with the government shutdown. Positive U.S. China talks and reassuring comments from both leaders calmed the world markets. Investor confidence and market momentum went up a little bit after last week's dip. This week, sales are expected to slip slightly in September. They slipped slightly for 6th Avenue homes. We didn't make as many closings as we did last year in September. Completely normal based on the economic data that we're seeing. It's not weird for us. It's not weird for the market. Salesforce cast to edge higher, showing steady buyer demand. CPI is expected to hold steady, indicating stable price growth despite the data delay of the government being shut down. Local market, new listings in DFW surged to nearly 8,000 last week. Over 11,000 homes have price cuts. Metro inventory climbed to about 4.6 months. Active listings are up 18.6% year over year, giving buyers more leverage than in recent years. And it's shifting towards a buyer's advantage, more choices, pricing flexibility, being strategic now pays. Here's the big numbers. I know you can go back and look at these slides later because it's a lot of information, but you'll see that the actual number of listings is coming down slightly. I mean, we're talking about 400 over the whole market. So it's not a lot. It's pretty steady. Very minor increases. What is very interesting is 25.62% of the entire market is builders. In some counties, in Wise County, it's 27.29% is builders. Parker County, 30%. Johnson County, 40%. Even Denton County is 25% builders. So then Clarissa's view, so she can see what's going on in the market.
I can't see color. Here, so get up here.
So what we're seeing is the same thing that you're feeling. The buyers are not out there moving around. People that are got their house listed, they're getting nervous, they're dropping prices. If you guys looked at Goodreads this week, there was an article about how to be talking about price reductions, about having the conversation of price reductions before you list. Because why would I want to list your house and then reduce the price if I can cut the days on market and list it here? There's a great article on Goodreads for that this week.
There's just still so many, there's so much noise out there for sellers that are like, I can't believe you wouldn't go up 25,000. And you're just like, I mean, I have financial advisors that are talking to my listings and they're like, why are you listing so low? Why are they talking about it? Do they know what they're doing? I'm like, yeah, we know.
We know exactly.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah, you don't do my job. I
Yeah.
won't do yours.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay, so headlines. The 30-year fixed rate dropped yesterday to 6.17. That's the 30-year conventional. The lowest level in nearly a year. Refi, lower rates are boosting affordability and prompting more refinance and purchase applications, which we've been seeing. The people that bought a year ago at 7.5, 7.75, at 6.17, it makes sense to refi. So if you go back and look at your documents that people you closed, have them talk to a lender, might be the time to get that refi done. 15-year fix slipped to 5.75. FHA rates are up to 5.90, giving the FHA buyer a lot of room. Creates a valuable window of opportunity, both buyers and refinancers, before the next market or Fed shift. Here's the rates from this morning. I double checked them. So last week we were at 6.31. In March, we were at 6.81. We are now at 6.17. That is 3/4 of a point, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep coming.
FHA is now down at 5.9. We were at 6.28. You can watch the numbers. The rates have come down. But now there's a part of this is due to the federal government being shut down because they can't get the data that they need to make adjustments. So the Bankers Association, they're baking these numbers in, assuming what those reports are going to be. When those reports do get published, when the government goes back, these rates may go up. So when people told you that the 12th through the 18th of October is the best time to buy, absolutely, this is the time to be buying. If you're going to get something, get it on the books, get them locked in this week, because if the government goes back to work next week, these numbers may change. Okay, 3 easy ways, new slide for you guys, 3 easy ways to use this data this week. Number 1, reassure buyers. Rates dropped again to 6.17. Affordability hasn't looked this good in a long time. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it.
There's your sign.
Motivate sellers. Active listings are up almost 20% in DFW. 11,000 had price cuts last week. The sellers winning right now are the ones pricing smart from day one. Build credibility. Builder confidence and completions are up. National data shows buyer optimism is returning. That momentum creates real opportunity heading into the holidays. Use this week's story to be a steady expert. Rates are easing, inventory is growing, confidence is building, the ideal mix for real-time conversations and client, I can't remember what I wrote it. Action. Sorry, the thing covers that. If you want different results, you have to do things differently. If you honestly ask yourself what you could do to improve your business, you probably know what it is. As soon as you choose to get past your fears and take action, things will start to move in the direction you want. And did you know, the latest data reveals mortgage payments on median priced home are now $283 lower than they were just a few months ago. That adds up to a savings of almost $3,400 a year. $300 a month is what it's just from where we saw those rates a while ago. That's how much lower it is right now on a median sized home, which is like $375. Okay, I have got to stop this recording and start another recording, so bear with me. I didn't do it last week, and it took me an extra hour to go through and change out the thing. So thank you all for joining us for that meeting, and stick around. We're going to do small steps, big results.